Well, it seems as though there is trouble in paradise, that being inside the Labour Party, between Keir Starmer and your favourite mayor, Sadiq Khan. Yes, Starmer has completely contradicted Sadiq Khan and in fact slapped down his claims boldly in a latest video. In today's video we are going to be discussing this and breaking it all down, but first please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more. Now you'll remember of course this, where again Susan Hall asked Sadiq Khan a couple of times whether he thought From the River to the Sea was anti-Semitic following the disastrous terror attack in October outside a Jewish synagogue. We already know where Sadiq Khan's loyalties lie, and he is never, ever going to call that term or those protesters a danger to Britain whatsoever because he believes in it. Let's give you a reminder of what he said.
I'll finish here because you will not do anything about this, and shame on you because our Jewish community need looking after, and as Mayor of London you are not doing that. We have had these anti-Semitic comments constantly from these hate marches and you don't comment on that at all. But last month you said politicians have refused to condemn the rising tide of hatred in this country, so you should be happy to condemn the behaviour we saw at these pro-Palestinian protests. Do you think to scream from the river to the sea, which they're doing during these hate marches, is appropriate? Do you think it is anti-Semitic?
Okay, I don't think it's anti-Semitic, and I think it's all about context. I've got to be clear in my remarks in relation to my concern about the fear, the increased fear Jewish Londoners and Jewish people across the globe are feeling. I've gone out of my way since October the 7th, 2023, to reassure Jewish Londoners and Jewish people across the country and across the...
But they don't feel reassured. How can they feel reassured? I tell you what, I'll finish here because you will not do anything about this, and shame on you because our Jewish community need looking after, and as Mayor of London you are not doing that.
Don't be surprised by Sadiq Khan at all and whatsoever. However, the Prime Minister, who said that Sadiq Khan is his good friend, completely contradicts his statements and goes against him as he slaps that down. Have a watch of this recent interview today.
Approach with the country with the same determination in relation to anti-Semitism. The marches, it's the cumulative effect of the marches, the repeat, and the impact that has on so many people. But also what is said, what is chanted by some, not all, within the marches, I think we need to absolutely address, and that's why I've asked the Home Secretary to carry out a review, and she's already moving on the cumulative impact.
But just push you on that specifically, so do you think, for instance, that the chant For the River to the Sea, Palestine will be free, is that an anti-Semitic chant in your view?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, and so you've taken, that puts you in a different position to, say, the Mayor of London, who says that that's not, and it's dependent on the context.
Well, I take a strong view on this, and we've dealt with cases in my own party where people have used that expression and we've taken action against them. So I'm not just saying it to you here today. That is the history, that is the record that I have as leader of my party.
From the horse's mouth himself, so to speak. Now, the ongoings over the last couple of days has just made me think just how much I really do hate Sadiq Khan, just because Keir Starmer has been mainly in the headlines, and I hate him too, but I hate Sadiq Khan a lot more. You may have missed this clip as well with regard to the Westminster Hall the other day, where a Labour MP is of course chucked out of Westminster Hall after Lee Anderson tries to savagely destroy Sadiq Khan and bring up all his failings to the public. Have a watch.
I'm going to make some progress because I know there's a lot of people want to speak in this very important debate. I've always took through intervention. This isn't a coincidence, and it is a classic case, I believe, of a mayor who could not care less. He would sooner spend his time calling everybody who disagrees with him. I've just said I'm not going to give way, Miss McVeigh. He would sooner spend his time calling everybody who disagrees with him a racist, rather than stopping these endless knife attacks on the streets of London.
I'll remind members that it's down to the Speaker to accept or not. Is it a point of order? Well, I'll listen to your point of order and then we'll decide if it was.
Thank you very much. The point of order, Chair, is that where members are all required to not mislead the House or accidentally mislead the House, there is an issue with some of the figures that have just been presented. And I just wonder whether you could encourage the member to either give the dates for the figures he was using, which show that they'll be out of date, or use the correct data which show that knife crime has fallen in the capital, something we should welcome together.
Yeah. It wasn't a point of order. Would you like to leave the Westminster Hall?
When we're done, yeah.
I'd actually ask you now to leave. Thank you.
Wow, brilliant. Okay,
Thank you. And it wasn't a point of order.
It was
a point of debate. There are at least 10 people who'd like to speak today, and you do have your chance to speak if you had, but I'm afraid your temper and your attitude doesn't actually belong in Westminster Hall. Lee Anderson.
Thank you, Ms McVeigh. It's not the first time the honourable member has been thrown out of a room on this estate.
Sadiq has of course been in the headlines again today as he's been called out for, well, like Labour in true Labour fashion, promised essentially to have 24/7 police counters in every borough of London. Guess what? Surprise, surprise, he lied. We're only going to be getting 2 24/7 police counters in the whole of London. This is Susan Hall calling this out, and this will probably explain the true crime rise and knife crime and the complete mess of London. Have a watch.
I'll continue to ensure the Met is able to effectively respond to public, including maintaining a 24-hour police front office counter in every borough. Each borough will have at least one 24/7 front counter. Now, that's what the Police and Crime Commissioner, our Mayor, said. You're the Deputy Mayor. What do you have to say to that?
I think the Police and Crime Plan rightly talks about the importance of access to Londoners, and in the context of seriously constrained budgets which have developed over a decade of underfunding of the police, we know...
9 years he's been in charge. He spends money frivolously on everything else. You only have to listen to the Commissioner saying that we're losing officers in intelligence, in forensics, in firearms, in the Royal Parks. Schools officers are going. We are losing all of those. The Commissioner is saying that it's a reduced size business, if you like. We can't afford to have a reduced size police service. So have you actually asked the Mayor to put more of his money, he's part of his £21 billion budget, have you asked him to put yet more money into the police service?
Now, we hear every single day about the state of London, and people will try and make you believe, or Sadiq Khan will gaslighting you to believe that London is the safest it ever has been, despite criticism coming from all angles. Now, today's news has actually emerged with something fairly interesting, is with regard to John Joe Shelvey. Yes, you football fans will know John Joe Shelvey, an English or an ex-England footballer. He's came out and stated why he moved to the Middle East. He said he's hit back at claims he moved to the Middle East for the money, as he claims the UK is not what it used to be 10 to 15 years ago. Shelvey, of course, used to play for Premier League giants like Liverpool and Newcastle, but now the 33-year-old has gone viral for missing a penalty in front of the 75 supporters. The video gained over 1 million views, but the London Mirrors have revealed that the jabs being made to him doesn't bother me. In a stark interview, the former Three Lions player had admitted he moved to the United Arab Emirates due to the state of the UK. He said, "I've had my time, I'm happy and I'm content. I'm just at a stage now where I want to enjoy football. It's about waking up, enjoying what I do and spending time with my family. If I'm honest, I don't want my children growing up in England anymore. We are very lucky that we lived in a nice part of the UK, but where I'm from, originally, you can't have nice things in my opinion. I'd never wear a watch in London anymore. You can't have your phone out in London in my view." So, yes, as you can see, footballers, people know the current state of the country and are leaving because they can't enjoy their wealth in the city because the place is a complete cesspit, and that comes from Sadiq Khan's lack of action within the capital. Guys, do let me know your thoughts on everything we discussed in today's video. As always, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.